Got myself a crying, talking, sleeping, walking, living doll. Got to do my best to please her just 'cause she's a living doll. Got a roving eye and that is why she satisfies my soul. Got the one and only walking, talking, living doll. Well, take a look at her hair, it's real, and if you don't believe what I say, just feel. Gonna lock her up in a trunk so no big hunk can steal her away from me. Got myself a crying, talking, sleeping, walking, living doll. Got to do my best to please her just 'cause she's a living doll. Got a roving eye and that is why she satisfies my soul. Got the one and only walking, talking, living doll. Look at her hair, it's real, and if you don't believe what I say, just feel. Gonna lock her up in a trunk so no big hunk can steal her away from me. Got myself a crying, talking, sleeping, walking, living doll. Got to do my best to please her just 'cause she's a living doll. Got a roving eye and that is why she satisfies my soul. Got the one and only walking, talking, living doll.
Oh, wow, wow. Very well sung, beautiful, clear voice of Sir Cliff Richard with his living doll. This is from 1959. You know, after the Second World War, especially, whatever I've studied or noticed, whether it's movies, whether it's music, the man has such a important role in society. You know, the woman is shunned. She's literally kept by his side at all times. She's literally like a person who's not so important as a man. And this is a clear sign of it, with this overly British colonial kind of song, Living Doll, where it talks about literally locking his girlfriend away in a trunk so that no big hunk can steal her away. So it's literally talking of his girlfriend or his wife as a possession, unless he's literally referring to a mannequin or a doll like toy that he's going around with like a crazy guy, walking to, talking to, listening to and all that.
Yeah, I
So
remember
maybe a doll that he's referring to, maybe a real person, but I think since he's British, I think it's a real person he's referring to, and he literally feels like he owns her and nobody else can touch her, talk to her, steal her away, because it's his possession. It's literally like his toy that he can take and do what he feels like with her, and that is what he is doing, and he's extremely proud of it. But it sounds so good, you know, the way he sings it is literally so innocent, so honest, so sincere. It comes literally from his heart. So even though there's a bad side or an ugly side to the lyrics, I literally see it as an innocent guy who's literally flaunting his toy, or in this case his woman away, his girlfriend away to the world, and boasting all about it, that he's got himself a crying, talking, living doll or whatever. Crying, talking, sleeping, walking, as the lyrics.
He's complimenting his life partner. It's as simple as that. He considers her as somebody so adorable, so good looking, so wonderful. Because dolls, animated things back in the day were all so wonderful and nice and cute back in the day. We are talking about 1959 when these things were conceptualized. They were all conceptualized with beauty and with dream and fantasy of people. Nowadays, you have South Park as animation. That's not beauty and cuteness. Back in the day, when you spoke about dolls, these days we also get ugly dolls and dangerous dolls and scary dolls, which are meant to scare people.
Annabelle.
Yeah, those days dolls were not meant for that. They were meant for all beauty, and they were literally symbol of the amazing thing that a man or a woman could possess. That's why children are so attracted towards dolls and towards those stuffed toys and all, because they are so good. They don't look scary or they don't harm them. They don't perceive them as something that is adverse to what they want. So for him, this living doll is a wonderful thing that has happened to him, and he's in fact insecure about it. That I better, if I could, I would put her locker away so that other people could not get their hands on her, because she's so amazing and he's so fortunate to have her in his life. Literally the way it was played out, this lyrics of this song, it reminded me of Small Wonder. Me and my family were literally glued to this show. Did you watch that?
Yeah, I watched it. I have not
I
been
don't know.
as attached to it
No,
as maybe others.
I got addicted
But I
to
watched.
it when I was young.
I remember my brother would watch it a lot.
I know, here in India.
Small Wonder. He was quite attached
Or
to it. Even
some-
though he was a few years older than me, he was quite attached
The
to Small
concept
Wonder.
of it-
He used to watch it. It used to come around 4 or 4:30 every day.
Evening, not
Evening.
evening. I think weekends they used to only show.
No, weekdays,
I
I
don't
think.
remember exactly.
On
But
Star
it would be coming in
Plus,
the evening, yeah.
Which
yeah.
was then an English channel in the early 90s.
Right.
And he would watch it religiously.
I'm not sure how did the West watch it. Did they watch it? Did they not watch it? But here in Mumbai, I'm
I
not
think
sure
it
about
was a
the
big
rest
hit
of-
in the West.
Not
I've not
sure.
really heard about it much.
Nobody talks
back
about
in
it.
India.
Nobody
I have
talks
not even
about
heard about it since then.
I know.
When it was in India, it was a huge hit.
So people, I know in the West they speak about Miley Cyrus, but nobody talks about Small Wonder. And Small Wonder was a super hit, at least in Mumbai. I cannot say the same about other cities.
I think in other
Not
cities
sure.
also.
I wouldn't know. No way to know.
It's literally the story of a doll like robot.
But real
Come to
doll.
life.
Yeah. So there was, and the man who created it, for him, she
Nice
was a
little
daughter.
happy family.
And exactly like this song, like lock her up in the trunk, she used to sleep in the cabinet. So
Yeah.
every morning she would be brought out of the cabinet, and rest of the day she would be like their family member and a daughter and sister, and having all relationships. But at the end of the day, back to the cabinet where she was being charged. That's what it
I
reminded
wonder what
me.
happened to that actress. She must be quite big now.
But now
40,
what
50
we know
year
about
old
her,
woman.
yeah.
She did an amazing job for a child, right?
Superb. I mean, the guy, her brother also.
Always acting with that same
Vicky.
monotone, that same look, like a robot.
Young
Crazy.
child, yes.
Well, would have been a really good actress. I wonder if she actually is an actress today, as a grown-up.
Most
woman.
of those actors we didn't see in other things.
What are your thoughts, meanwhile? Possibly the age of Cliff Richard when he sung this song. What are your thoughts as a teenager about Living Doll?
Well, in 1959 there was not much feminism going on, so it would have been tolerable. But if a woman sang a similar song, let's say that he's walking, talking, fighting, working in Superman figure,
Yeah, so it would be a compliment.
it would be considered like a weird thing, like a woman singing a song referring to the man as a Superman figure or some sort of masculine toy, or some thing like Arnold Schwarzenegger or something like
Yes,
that.
sir.
And then
As
say
being
that-
Arnold Schwarzenegger
and
is
then,
a compliment.
And then it would go on about locking him in the with trunk or in a closet or in a box or something like that. No one would like that. It would be considered very
Psycho.
weird, yeah. But if a man sings it, it is strangely good. I cannot say that the maker whether he hates women or he
loves
abuses
it.
women.
Yeah.
Really, I mean that line. It's off putting someone in a trunk. I think it must be a
Locking her
joke.
up in a trunk.
Must be a joke probably. But
It is a joke.
If he's serious, this artist should not be listened to ever again.
We
Sorry.
actually have more requests of this artist.
I'm going to listen to Cliff
Yeah,
Richard.
hopefully he had good intentions.
No, that's
and
what
the
I'm
song
saying.
was
Even though
addressed.
the lyrics, some of it sounds very strange and extremely possessive. The funny part is it's so sincere and honest.
You
his
poisoned
voice.
Max's
His
mind.
voice is so innocent and sincere and honest that you just like the song. It's got such a wonderful, catchy tune. I'm sure it did very well in the colonial UK that he comes from. He was incidentally born in India, if I'm not mistaken.
When we were the
But
colony
when,
of
of
UK.
course, the British were here ruling and controlling the land. So he was born here under those rulers, and then he went back to the UK, of course. And he's also been anointed as a knight, a sir, by the Queen, who's dead now, of course. And yeah, so Cliff Richard, Living Doll. So yeah, I'm sure it must have been a huge hit in 1959 in colonial UK, where they were used to possessing things and imagining everything was their possession, whether it was a tea kettle or a woman in their home or a girl, their daughter.
Yeah, they kind of got too attached with things. Now the whole world is. Yeah.
Well, there's not much of a concept of independent women back then. Most women used to be at home anyway in 1959,
Trophy.
I assume. Not many countries had much women's rights at the time.
Yeah, that's true. That's it for this one then. Cliff Richard, Living Doll. Thank you for the request. You too can request songs for us to listen to, whether it's Sir Cliff Richard or anyone else that probably we haven't heard much of. We barely have heard Cliff
Yeah,
Richard,
sure.
to be honest. So thank you for the request. You can request songs over on our Patreon page or place them in the comments below. And of course, do not forget to subscribe to this reaction to our channel, because it tells us that you want more of Cliff Richard. So if you subscribe, and if you're not a subscriber already, that is, if you subscribe, it lets us know that okay, you like Cliff Richard and possibly you like us sharing our honest, sincere, unscripted views on what we have just heard. In this case, Living Doll, the song by Cliff Richard. That's it for this one.